While at the Prepper Expo in Scottsdale, Arizona, I learned a lot about being able to live off the grid utilizing sustainable and renewable resources, and food sources when bugging in or bugging out. I was intrigued that you could grow your own fish and grow your own vegetables right on your own patio, and that you can grow your own quail and quail eggs and rabbits right in your garage. And what really intrigued me was the idea of keeping a few goats on your property to provide milk and protein, or to bring goats with you in a bug out situation.
Okay, so I'm here at the Prepper Fest in Arizona, and I saw these goats outside. And what's your name?
My name is Jill.
Jill, can you tell me some things about goats?
Sure. These little goats are mini alpines. This is a full size. This little size right here can give a family of 4 about almost a gallon of milk a day.
Wow.
And even when they slow down milking, they still give plenty of milk. Their milk lasts for about 6 months in the freezer and about 14 days in the refrigerator.
Oh, wow.
So also too, for prepping situation, you can make cheese, and raw milk doesn't really need to be refrigerated. It doesn't go putrid like pasteurized milk, it just goes sour. Oh, okay. But it's still
But you could still drink it in the survival situation.
Still drink it in a survival scenario. Okay. Also, if you have a couple goats, your little boy goats, you know, you can eat those.
Sure.
Your little girl goats, you trade those for other things that you may need.
As far as maintaining goats, how is it difficult?
It's actually not. They're a perfect little backyard pet.
Because they'll mow your lawn for you, right?
They're actually browsers and not grazers.
Oh, okay.
So they'll mow your trees, and you want to definitely fence off anything that you'd like to keep.
Okay.
You know, goats are naturally a hardy little animal. They don't
pretty sturdy, yeah.
They're very sturdy. They can also live in a nomadic environment. So if you actually had to bug out, you can bug out with your goats. Your goats can carry 25% of their weight in a pack scenario, and they're on leave. So you can pack them up with their own grain.
I've never heard of that. Yeah, so you can put a little backpack on them, huh?
Put a little backpack on.
Wow.
And also a goat can be trained to pull. So if you have carts, they can pull considerably more. So if a goat, like right here is 99 pounds, you can actually put 2 children in a little cart and
in a cart.
Them, or you know, you would
I never thought about that. Yeah. That is awesome.
They're a handy little animal, really.
Now, what about noise? Do they make a lot of noise?
Actually, the people here didn't know that we had them in the trailer all night long.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even hear them until I just walked out here and I still didn't hear them. I still don't hear them.
Right there. And certain breeds are more quieter than others.
Okay.
And that's why I choose the alpines, because we live next to a mountain and we like to be quiet.
How long does it take to go from a newborn to producing milk?
9 months.
9 months?
9 months. You can actually have your babies, and Boo's actually an example there. She was born this spring in February, and she's actually pregnant, and she's due to kid in February.
Oh, okay.
So and they eat 1/3 of what a cow does.
That's a big deal right there, yeah.
Also, too, they can graze. The great thing, too, about goats with children in a prepping situation, when the adults need to be maybe doing more serious or strenuous tasks, children can care for goats.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about a 900-pound heifer kicking them.
Yeah.
They're a lot safer.
That's another thing I didn't think about either. Wow.
Because you're going to want to minimize your injury.
Yeah,
You're just not going to be able to run to the doctor in that situation. So they do. Also, goats have been domesticated for thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah.
So they tame down very well. And they think of me as part of their herd. So if they get scared, they come running to me, which is a good thing, because then we can protect them. And in a herding or in a prepping situation, you could leave them with their horns on, and they can help defend themselves.
Yeah.
But in a domestic situation like we do now, I do disbud them.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they're good backyard.
How much do they cost if you wanted to buy one?
If you wanted to buy one, dairy goats start around $250, and these are free of the 2 major diseases, CL and CAE. And we do test for that, and this is a CAE and CL free herd. So, you know, you want to keep your goats, they live to be about 14.
Okay.
So just kind of like a dog.
Yeah.
And, you can milk them up to 10, 12 years.
Is there a certain food you recommend that you feed them?
Alfalfa. They eat common alfalfa.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they get grain on the milk stand. And milking, you know, if you had 1 or 2 goats, it'd take you about 10 minutes in the morning. And, you know, meat takes a considerable longer time.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just, these little goats here, enough milk for a family of 4 out of this little goat.
How much water do they consume a day, do you know?
You know, they're kind of in milk, they do consume more.
Because they got to make the milk, yeah.
Making milk. So that's another good thing to them. You could take them to water if you had to.
Yeah.
So if you had a larger animal like a donkey or a mule, you could actually even load everybody up in their wagon, drive them to the water hole, graze around the water hole, load them back up and take them back to camp.
Yeah.
Or you can herd them there with dogs, and that's what Johnny does.
Oh, okay.
He's a herding dog.
There he is right there.
A Belgian sheepdog.
Cool.
In his case, he's a Belgian goat dog.
So the only real thing holding me back would I'd have to have a property where I could have goats.
Have a little bit of property.
Yeah.
Honestly, their run at home is about this size.
Okay.
And there's 7 of them.
So you just have to comply to whatever code you live at.
Yeah,
really.
where we're at, we don't have a code.
You don't have any? That's good. I wish I was living in a place like that.
But most cities, if you name them, they're considered a pet
Oh.
and have 1 or 2.
Oh, okay.
So the city of Mesa's that way.
Okay. Good to know. Well, thanks for the information.
All right.